Good afternoon, everybody. All right. Mercy Day. Yeah, we run a cool 79 degrees on the back porch. Yes, in the shade. Had a little rain this morning. Cold front come through, cooled us off by about 15 degrees. Yes, it did. Welcome once again from the beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, Tyler, Texas. Yes. All right. Hey, I hope y'all having a beautiful day. This fine Friday afternoon. Yes, all right. Haven't brought you a truck video in a while, but I better bring you a truck video. All right? All right. Well, we're about to pick up. We're 3 miles away. So, with that said, get the crumbs out of my computer keyboard here. Yes. Had me some fried chicken for lunch. All right. Excuse me. Thank you. All right.
Turn left. Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right.
We had rain this morning. We got rain on the game too. All right. Mercy Day. So we'll come on over here and pick this load up. We'll take it down there to Galveston. How about it? I thought I would talk to you guys about something. That I have learned over the years driving truck. Some of
Get
it's
ready to turn left.
complaining. Most of it, nothing you can do about it.
Turn left.
None of it is
Turn right.
cut and dry. As far as this is the way it is with everybody, everything.
Turn
But
left.
general rule of thumb, when you're talking trucks, this is what you can expect. A lot of younger people get into trucking behind one big lie. Well, several big lies. One of the
Stay
biggest
right, and then turn right.
is,
Turn right.
hey, be your own boss. Wrong. You will not be your own boss by starting in a trucking business.
Get ready to turn right.
In order to be your own
Turn right.
boss, you call the shots. When you get into trucking, your customer, your end customer, are your bosses. Okay? Don't get me wrong, you can make a lot of money.
This is where it ends.
Let's pick this road up real quick. We're going to pick up at Big Bud 600, 20 feet long, 16 wide, 16 tall, 52,000 pounds. All right. So we'll take that job. Okay.
Time to get the job done.
Now, see, they're calling it Metal West. You can see that up on the sign up there where you come in. Those buildings you see, yeah, that's Eastman. Eastman Chemical here in Longview. All right, which Longview from me is about 23 miles. I got a son that works there. All right. Laterno, excuse me, Laterno. And he did work for Laterno for a while. All right. Okay. Now we're going to pick this road up. We've already picked it up. It didn't do the intro like normal. So what we're going to do is jump out. Shut that off. And we're going to walk over like this. We're going to walk up like this. And then we're going to go ahead and walk down the trailer. All right. Now, I don't know nothing about this equipment. I've never run heavy equipment, so, well, that heavy of equipment. That's another story, another day. All right. Boy, that's big. Big, big, big. All right, we're going to jump in the truck. Start her up. jump back out real quick. Yeah, my lights are on. Alright. I'll just make sure my lights was on. So one, you're not your own boss. I don't care if you got your own truck or not. Your customers are your bosses. Both the shipper
Turn left.
and receiver. And because this is a escorted load, I cannot pass my escort up here. But we don't have no way stations or nothing to worry about. We don't even have to worry about the stoplights. But, yeah, so back to what we were talking
Get
about.
ready to turn
That's
left.
one of the biggest lies they tell you.
Turn left.
Enjoy the freedom of the open road. There is no freedom on the open road.
Stay right, and then
Not
turn
driving
right.
truck. There's no
Turn
such
right.
a thing. This is nothing more than a lie.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
How can you be free on the open road
Turn right.
when you got this deadline, that deadline to meet? You gotta drive during this time, that time. You gotta shut down for this amount of time. You gotta, yeah. There is no freedom on the open road. You are a slave behind the wheel. You wake up in the you wake up in the morning and you start driving. Nightfall come. A lot of times you're still driving or doing something with that truck. Get paid for the miles you drive. Well, that don't always work either. Hey man, the company said to come to this address. This is what's on my manifest. Yeah, I see that, but
Get ready to turn right.
we need you to go across town because that's where we need this load. Well, that's what you should have ordered the
Turn
load
right.
to be. And a lot of times they don't pay for that. They should, but they don't always. Every moment you're awake, doing something with that truck. Every moment you're asleep in that truck should be paid. No, I'm not saying it should be paid exact pay, okay? Driving should be paid one pay, loading, unloading, wait time,
Stay
all
left
vary.
and then turn left.
It should be paid accordingly, and it's not.
Turn left.
Make as much money as you want. Well, you can't do that either. Although there are times that you can make pretty good money
Get ready
driving
to
truck.
turn left.
See,
Turn left.
being in a truck should be being paid for each part of being in that truck. I should be paid for driving it. I should be paid for sitting there waiting to be loaded, sitting there waiting to be unloaded. And when I'm sleeping, well, I should be paid for security because I'm securing that truck. Even though I may not be awake through it all, I'm still securing that truck. Just like if I'm asleep here in my house, I'm securing my house.
Stay
too.
right and then exit right. Exit right.
See, the freedom of the open road.
Get ready to
I
turn
can't
right.
go where I want, when I want. I gotta stay along the route.
Turn right and then stay right. Stay right and then continue straight. Go straight.
And the company, man, they rob you blind. You don't think so? How much is a customer paying the company for said load, whatever the load may be? What are they paying you? Pennies per mile. Trust me, they're making a lot more than pennies a mile for that load. Brokers, oh, they're the biggest thieves there is. See, the company pays your company X, or pays you X for the load. But you gotta go through a broker. The broker pulls his fee right off the top. Okay? Whatever his fee is. And there is very little regulation as to what the broker actually pulls to what he says he pulls. Okay? There are some good brokers out there, but more often than not, they're all thieves. Broker tells you, hey, the load paid $1,000. I take my 40% off the top, so the load, you get paid $600 for the drive.
Stay right and then
Okay.
turn right.
When in actuality, the company may have paid them $2,000
Turn right.
or $1,800 or something, you know. They tell you a different number That's all you got to go on. And then we got DOT. Boy, that's another joke. We gotta make sure your truck is safe for the road, but they don't care if their roads are safe for your truck. The roads are full of potholes, different problems, and then that doesn't matter.
Go straight.
These potholes, other things may cause damage to your vehicle. That's not their concern. Their concern is, will your vehicle hurt their roads? I doubt it. The other way around, most likely. Looks like it stopped raining. Well, light rain. But I can deal with it. That's a few things right there. Then we'll talk maintenance. Okay, it costs a lot of money to keep one of these big trucks on the road. And if you work for a company, you ain't got to worry about that. But if you're going out there on your own, just know it's going to run you by the time you're done. Insurance, licensing, permits, the whole 9 yards. By the time you're said and done, breakdowns, fuel, tires, maintenance, yeah. By the time you're said and done, you're looking at spending between 100, I'd say between 120,000 and $200,000 a year on average. Okay? That's everything added together. Just to keep that truck on the road. Now you've got to make money. Well, you can actually make on the road as a driver with your own rig. You can make about $300,000 a year. But I'm here to tell you, out of that 300,000, you've got to really hustle. You can't be taking this, oh, I'll take a week here, or I'll take 3 days there. No, you got to be out there busting it to make that kind of money. But you can't bust it too good because, well, you gotta drive a certain amount of time, you gotta sleep a certain amount of time, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta stop and eat, you gotta, yeah, you just can't run like you used to. Back when we run paper logs, shoot, some of us drivers was out there running 20 hours a day, every day. Yes, that's illegal. what we were doing. That's why they went to the LEDs. But even the LEDs have a bunch of problems. They still haven't got all the bugs worked out of that. But all to make a buck. And my entire amount of driving, I always drove for a company. I never drove for myself. Oh, I could go out and buy a truck. Shoot, I could buy a truck. That's the easy part. Save up a little bit of money, take it in there, hand it to the man. There, you bought a truck. But getting it, all the licenses and the insurance and everything you need, you're looking at a lot of money. Then you figure the maintenance, take one of these trucks. Every 10,000 miles, 8,000 miles, you go in and get you an oil change. Do you know you just spent $1,000?
Stay right.
You have a
then exit
blowout.
right.
Okay, one blowout. You
Exit
can't
right.
fix it yourself. You gotta call somebody. You got the cost of the tire, which can be upwards $500. At bare minimum, about $300. Then you gotta pay the man to come fix it. And they normally charge you a 2-hour minimum. Then it may take 3, 4, 5 hours for him to get time to get back to you. You call him, yeah, I got your tire, I'm on my way. I'll be there in about 3 hours. I'll be there in 4 hours, whatever. Because he ain't the only one he's dealing with. So now you got all that downtime. Some companies pay for that. Most companies do not. Meanwhile, you're stuck there on the side of the road. Twiddling your thumb, you better have some canned foods or something in the back of that truck. You can't go nowhere and you're out there in the middle of nowhere most of the time. Watch these companies and say, hey, be your own boss. We're going to give you a truck for X amount of money. Make your payments. Oh, and we'll give you a free trailer. They're not giving you no free trailer, I guarantee you. That trailer is marked up in the cost of that truck. If you believe that they're going to give you a free trailer and that you're going to be your own boss, I got oceanfront property I'll sell you, I guarantee it. Sell it to you in a heartbeat. Have got 139 to go. I remember quite a few different times Wagon Wheel, New Mexico. That's up there on I-40 in case any of you don't know. Just outside of Albuquerque there by about 100 miles. So actually it's closer to Santa Maria. But nevertheless, I going down through there, I had an alternator go out on me. I'm dead in the water. I called a tow truck. At first I called my boss, then I called a tow truck. Tow truck driver says, alright, I know exactly where you're at. It's going to take me a little bit to get to you, but I'll be there. Along about dark, here he come. I called him about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Tows me all the way back to Albuquerque, because that's where the closest big truck repair shop was. They dropped me in the parking lot. I paid the man. Next morning, I feel a rap on my door. The young kid says, are you here for service? Yeah, I have an alternator problem. Alright, well, we'll get to you pretty soon. About noon, they get to me. About 5:30, 6 o'clock, they get done with me. The cost of the tow, the cost of the repair. Okay. $2,000. That's right, $2,000. Not to mention that I had to re-travel that 100 mile or so again because I was towed back through. I didn't have to make that payment, that $2,000 payment. That was on the company. But all the time, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on day one till 6:30 at night. The next night, guess what? I got absolutely zilch for it. Because my company only paid for the miles you actually drove. Well, that's a lie too. They paid map miles. And the map don't always, and most generally is lower than the actual miles. And if you had to make a detour, well, that's on you. So yeah, go out there, everybody. Buy your truck. Tell me how you gonna be your own boss.
Stay right.
It's a
Exit right.
very lonely, very, very lonely
Exit right.
out here on the road. All too often, conversation I get is on the
Get
CB.
ready to turn left.
I tell you what, the way they talk on the CB these days,
Turn left.
all this is a breeding ground for cursing. But when you need directions, uh, smoky reports, or anything of the sort, you need some assistance. Hey, it's there. But you gotta wade through all that nonsense. Uh, MF this, B that, and all that other malarkey. Quite often, I would have the CB real low where you could hear it but not hear it. The radio going, GPS going, and listening to all three at one time.
Stay
And
left.
then if you wanted to hear something on one of them, you had to turn one of them either up or turn the other two down. Just to have noise. A lot of it was just that noise. 'Cause I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I have gotten so tired behind the wheel just listening
Stay
to the
left.
hum. Uh, you don't get to see many people. Get to pass a lot of people. A lot of people pass you, but you don't get to stop and visit with them or nothing. You gotta keep rolling. Get a little waitress here and there to talk to, but she's got a job to do too, so she ain't gonna spend a lot of time with you. A lot of it isn't because you're looking for anything more than just a little conversation. And you don't get that out here on the road. It's a way of life. Okay, it's a way of life. And it's not for everybody. Now I'm getting tired. Okay. I'm almost out of hours. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I hadn't had a shower in 3 days. And across America and other countries, there's just simply not enough places to pull over and park. And that can be very stressful.
Stay right, and then exit right.
Oh, almost wrecked.
Exit right. Stay left, and then turn left.
And although a lot of times
Turn
you
left.
are forced to sleep on the on-ramp, it's still not legal and it is definitely not safe. So you're sitting there sleeping and you're just praying nobody runs into you.
Go straight.
And then you got Tammy Tutu to worry about. She'll come up there rapping on your door. You want some company tonight? Nah, because this cab's only got room for me. Maybe one other. Not the 8 or 10 guys you've already been with tonight.
Stay left.
No, I ain't got
Then
time
turn
for
left.
it. Sides.
Turn left.
If Ajax can't get it off, I don't want it. Well, made it to the port of Galveston.
Get ready to turn
A
left.
little bit tight getting through there.
Turn left. Turn right.
Now this is a tight turn in right here. Excuse me. I've done this road before. And with that jockey truck sitting right there, really makes it tough.
Here we are, safe and sound.
See right there in front of that jockey truck's where we gotta go. And it's really not as bad as it looks, but it is still plenty well difficult. Well, we did on the first go. How about that? Alright, y'all. So there's a few little things about driving a truck that nobody's going to tell you. Hope this was informative, entertaining. I thank each and every one of you for joining me today. And we'll go do us another run. How about it? All right. Y'all be careful. Y'all be kind. $43,574. May God bless you and keep you.